Welcome to another agriculture related read along story. Today we're going to be talking about cows. And if you've looked at any of our videos in the past, we've talked about worms and we've talked about chickens and bees. There are lots of different videos on this channel, and you can subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button below, and you'll see some of these other books that you can listen to as well. My name is Melissa Height, and I am with New Hanover County Farm Bureau and New Hanover County 4-H as a volunteer. And I love reading stories to young people that helps them understand where their food comes from. We all know that milk comes from a cow, but how does the milk get from the cow on the farm to the grocery store where we can buy it and enjoy it in our milkshakes and our ice cream and all the other foods that we love to eat that are made with milk? That's what we're going to learn about today. So sit back and listen to this story, The Milk Makers by Gail Gibbons. Cows are grazing in an open meadow. They are dairy cows, the milk makers. Other animals make milk too, but dairy cows make most of the milk we use. Goats, sheep, and reindeer also make milk. There are 5 common breeds of dairy cows. The Holstein cow is the most popular because it can produce more milk than the other breeds. And you'll see some of the other breeds are the Jersey, the Guernsey, Brown Swiss, and the Ayrshire. And this is the Holstein. A cow is able to make milk when she is 2 years old and has given birth to a calf. Her milk is the food for her baby. She makes more milk than her calf will ever need, so we can use the extra milk. A few months after her calf is born, a cow is bred again to have another calf. She will be pregnant for 9 months. 2 months before her second calf is due, the farmer stops milking her, so she stops producing milk. She is very dry. When her new calf is born, she makes milk again. In the spring and summer, a dairy cow eats grass and drinks water from streams and ponds. She eats about 50 pounds of food and drinks about 15 gallons of water a day. During the cold months, a dairy cow is sheltered in a barn. She is fed hay, winter silage, and grains. The better her food is, the more milk she will make, and the better her milk will be. The food eaten by a dairy cow is tough and coarse, and it is hard to digest. So the cow has a special stomach. It has 4 parts. When the cow eats, she chews just enough to swallow her food, and it goes to the first 2 stomachs, the rumen and the reticulum. When the cow is full, she rests. Then the cow coughs up balls of food called cud. She chews her cud thoroughly this time, and then swallows it again. It now goes to the 3rd and 4th stomachs, the omasum and the obomasum, where it is finally digested. Some of the digested food goes into the cow's bloodstream and finally enters her udder, where the milk is made. The udder has 4 nipples or teats. Milk will come out of her teats. It is time to milk a dairy cow when the udder is full. She must be milked once in the morning and once in the evening. If she isn't milked twice a day, her udder will become sore and swollen. A cow can be milked by hand. To do this, the farmer grasps a teat in each of his hands and squeezes it with thumb and forefinger. Then he gently pulls his hand down the teat. The milk squirts out into a pail. Today, most farmers use milking machines, which are quicker and cleaner. First, the udder must be washed. A small amount of milk is stripped by hand, that is pulled from the teat to begin milking. Then a pump sucks the milk through the rubber-lined cups that fit over the cow's teats. The action of the cups is like the sucking of a calf. The milk then moves through a pipeline to a cooling tank in a separate room. The tank keeps the milk cool below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. If the milk stayed warm, it might spoil. Some farmers keep a daily record of how much milk each cow makes. The average cow makes 5 gallons of milk a day. Then the farmer sterilizes and cleans everything he has used after each milking. Now the milk is ready to take a trip. Every day a big, shiny truck comes to the farm. The driver takes a sample of the milk to be tested later. Then milk is pumped into the tank of the truck, which is insulated to keep it cool. The tank truck carries the milk to the dairy. When the truck arrives at the dairy, the workers are ready to begin. The milk sample is tested in a laboratory for butterfat content. Butterfat is a part of the cream in the milk, flavor, odor, and bacteria. Then the milk is pumped into a big refrigerated storage tank. Inside the dairy, there are many big noisy machines. The milk is moved from the storage tank into a clarifier to be cleaned. The milk in the clarifier has come from many dairy farms, and it doesn't all have the same amount of cream, so it is blended until it is all the same. This is called standardizing. The milk moves on to be pasteurized, which means it's heated to kill any disease-causing bacteria. This also helps to make the milk stay fresher and longer. During the pasteurization, the milk is heated up to 161 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 15 seconds and then is quickly cooled again. Next, the milk is homogenized or forced through tiny openings under great pressure. This breaks up the fatty globules of the cream to give every drop of milk the same amount. Finally, the milk is packaged. The milk moves through pipes to automatic packaging machines. These machines fill and seal the milk into paper cartons or plastic jugs. Dates are printed on them to show how long the milk will stay fresh. And the next time you're in the grocery store, look on the carton of milk and you'll see that date that's printed on there that shows you how long it will stay fresh. Then the containers are put into cases and stored in a big refrigerated room. After the dairy workers are through with their work, they clean and sterilize all the equipment. Delivery trucks come to the dairy where they are loaded with containers of milk and milk products. The trucks make deliveries to many stores. The milk is placed in coolers ready for us to buy and enjoy. And there are lots of other dairy products that you can buy. There's different kinds of milk that have different amounts of fat in them. There's sour cream and buttermilk, cheese, skim milk, ice cream, butter, yogurt. All of those are made with milk, which makes cows and farms and milk very important to our daily lives. So I hope you've enjoyed listening to the Milk Makers today. Join us for other books by clicking our subscribe button underneath this video, and I hope to see you again very soon.